Okay, so on to Ultima 4 already. Jesus. Um, so again, like I did the last one, I'm just going to show you a couple of differences available with the patch. This is what Ultima 4 looks like normally. So I told you to get used to the opening. But you'll notice something. No music. Randomly, music was only available on the Amiga and Commodore versions, but only if you had a Commodore 128. I don't think the music worked on the Commodore 64. Or at least that was the case with Ultima 5, I know that for a fact. So, here is what it looks like. Bit of improvement on the graphics. No more brown mountains. Trees look like trees. Castle is now a 3-tile building instead of a single tile. You've got corpses. Moon gates are now yellow and blue. Boats again, hinting at boats change direction, as you notice. So you can see which way they're facing instead of just being in one direction. And then we've got a chained dragon and little demon up at the top. So that's what it looks like as standard from Good Old Games, which is the EGA tile set. Now I will show you what it looks like on the VGA update, but I need to create a party first, otherwise it doesn't work. But I'll just show you one other thing. There is a sound patch available for it which adds the music. So I will show you what that looks like. You may notice a problem. It seems to run incredibly fast when you put the sound patch on, and bizarrely there's no music, which did work last time, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So I've just taken off the sound patch. Back to normal speed. So initiate new game. We should be known as Slegnor. So I'll go through this, save it, then I'll show you the VGA because you have to have a game in progress. And a mail. What is this? FMV. Not quite, but the day's warm, yet there is a cooling breeze. The latest in a series of personal crises seemed insurmountable. You are being pulled apart in all directions. This afternoon walk in the countryside slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The soil and strain of modern high-tech living begins to wash off in layers. That willow tree near the stream looks comfortable and inviting. The buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility and happiness, you close your eyes. A high-pitched cascading sound like crystal wind chimes impinges on your floating awareness. As you open your eyes, you see a shimmering blueness rise from the ground. This sound seems to be emanating from this glowing portal in that handy circle of stones. It's difficult to look at the blueness. Light seems to bend and distort around it, while sound waves become so intense they appear to become visible. The portal hangs there for a moment, then with the rush of imploding vacuum it sinks into the ground. Something remains suspended in mid-air for a moment before falling to earth with a heavy thud. Somewhat shaken by this vision, You rise to your feet to investigate. A crude circle of stone surrounds the spot where the portal appeared. There's something glinting in the grass. You pick up an amulet, shaped like a cross, with a loop at the top. It is an ankh. Ankh. The sacred symbol of life and rebirth. This could not have made the thud. You look again and find a large book wrapped in thick cloth. With trembling hands you unwrap the book. Behold, the cloth is a map, and within lies not one book but two. The map is of a land strange to you, and style speaks of an ancient cartography. The script on the cover of the first book is arcane but readable. The title is The History of Britannia as told by Karl the Younger. The other book is disturbing to look at. It's a small cover, appears to be fashioned out of some sort of leathery hide, but from what creature is uncertain. The reddish-black skin radiates an intense aura, suggestive of ancient power. The tongue of the title is beyond your ken. You dare not open the book and disturb whatever sleeps within. You decide to peruse the history. Settling back under the willow tree, you open the book. You read the book of history. No, really. Read the book of history. Oh, God. Map. Ankh. The spell book we daren't read. The book of history. Karl the Younger. Oh, very interesting, yes. Closing the book, you again pick up the ankh. As you hold it, you begin to hear a hauntingly familiar lute-like sound wafting over a nearby hill. Still clutching the strange artifacts, you raise unbidden, climb the slope. In the valley below you see what appears to be a fair. It seems strange that you came that way earlier and noticed nothing. As you mull this over, your feet carry you down towards the site. This is no ordinary travelling carnival, but a Renaissance fair. The pendants on the tent tops blow briskly in the late afternoon breeze. The ticket taker at the Ren Fair gate starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting your ankh says, "Welcome, friend, enter in peace and find your path." Music continues to pull you forward amongst the merchants and vendors. Glimpses of fabulous treasures can be seen in some of the shadowy booths. These people are very happy. They seem to glow with an inner light. Some look up to you as you pass and smile, but you cannot stop. The music compels you to move onward through the crowd. Through the gathering dusk, you see a secluded gypsy wagon sitting off in the woods. The music seems to emanate from the wagon. As you draw near, a woman's voice weaves into the music saying, "You may approach, O seeker." You enter to find an old gypsy sitting in a small curtained room. She wears an anchor on her neck. In front of her is a round table covered in deep green velvet. The room smells so heavily of incense that you feel dizzy. Seeing the ankh, the ancient gypsy smiles and warns you never to part with it. "We've been waiting for such a long time, but at last you have come. Sit here and I shall read the path of your future." Upon the table she places a curious wooden object, like an abacus, but without beads. In her hand she holds 8 unusual cards. Let us begin the casting. The gypsy places the first 2 cards on the table. They are the cards of compassion and honour. She says, "Consider this. That sworn to uphold the Lord who participates in the forbidden torture of prisoners. Each night their cries of pain reach thee. Does thou A. show compassion by reporting thy deeds, or B. honour thy oath and ignore the deeds?" Well, this is how you pick your class. And I know what class I want to be. So I'm going to go with honour. Honesty and valour. It says, "Consider this. Being prohibited by thine absent lord from joining thy friends in a close pitched battle, dost thou A. refrain so they may honestly claim obedience, or B. show valour, near thy comrades knowing you may deny it later?" B. Justice and spirituality. The gypsy places 2 or more of the cards on the table. The cards of justice and spirituality. She says, "Consider this. Thou dost believe that virtue resides in all people. Thou dost see a rogue steal from thy lord. Dost thou A. call him to justice, or B. personally try to sway him back to the spiritual path of good?" Excuse me. A sacrifice, and humility. Consider this. That an elderly, wealthy eccentric, thy end is near, thus thou donate all thy wealth to feed hundreds of starving children, and receive public adulation, or humbly live out thy life, willing thy fortune to thy heirs. Well, a valor and honour. So it's during the battle, in order to guard thy commander's empty tent, the battle goes poorly, and as you enter aid thy fellows, thus I valiantly enter the battle, or B, honour thy post. B, cards of justice and sacrifice. During a pitched battle, the see a fellow desert his post, endangering many. As he flees, he's set upon by several enemies. A, justly let him fight alone, or B, risk sacrificing thine own life to aid him. Screw it. Sacrifice and honour. A bounty hunter swords to return alleged murder. After his capture, you believe him to be innocent. Does a sacrifice a sizable bounty for the belief, or honour the oath to return him? So honour. With the final choice, the incense swells up around you. The gypsy speaks as if from a great distance, her voice growing fainter with each word. So be it, thy path is chosen. There's a moment of intense, wrenching vertigo. As you open your eyes, a voice whispers within your mind, seek the counsel of thy sovereign. After a moment, the spinning subsides, and you open your eyes too. A game window. So, I should be a paladin. Yay! It worked. So, I can fight and use a bit of magic and wear decent armour. So, let me save it here. And then I will now show you the updated version. So there's a couple of other fixes as well with that. Fixes some dialogue issues, fixes some spelling issues, and fixes a dungeon issue. That's loud. There is still a bit of a speed issue, but it's alright. Just going to turn it down a bit. This is quite interesting. None of the keys work. It's an interesting turn of events. Strange. Okay, so I think the intro is fixed. So if we do Journey Onward. There we go. So as you can see, it is quite different. The animations are still very, very quick. Oh, it's just crashed. Just going to uninstall that. I'm going to reinstall the music patch, and I'm going to see if I can alter the frame rate. So I've managed to get the sound working under the old graphics, but there is a bit of a problem. Okay, so the game is running at normal speed. Not so the sound. I can get the sound working at the right speed. Look at them moons go, and those winds. And look at this guy's sword arm. God knows what they're all doing. So, I'm not going to be able to play it with the built-in music, but I'll just use my Winamp background music. So, right, I've just done a bit of tinkering about, and we're now ready to actually play. What I've done is I've applied all the fixes. I've applied the music patch, which also adds keyboard shortcuts, Alt X to quit, Alt R to restore your game, because otherwise you've got to minimise the DOS window and quit out and reload every time from scratch. So, but what I've done is I've told it not to load the MIDI. So we've got almost a patch working, and it runs at pretty much normal speed, which is good. And we'll just use the Winamp playlist as the background. Why not? So, Ultima IV. Here we go. Journey onward.